Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
And here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
But first, we're going to talk about something else. That's the GDB QR 2014, the Great Dilettante Ball Quarter Race 2014, where Spencer and I race each other and you to see who can get all of the state quarters approved by the Republican House and Senate. How many do you have today?
None.
Ask how many I have.
How many do you have?
One, bitch! Boom!
No way.
Yeah.
What is it?
I've got Minnesota.
Okay, so I bet that's probably just got an outline of the state.
Oh, yeah, it does. You bet your ass. And
it says state of 10,000 lakes.
I feel like you've gotten this.
This
one
sounds
before,
familiar.
probably. So it says land of 10,000 lakes.
Okay.
It's got some trees in the background, a boat on a lake, and a Loch Ness monster.
Let me take a look at this thing. Yep, there's a Loch Ness monster right there. I agree.
So yeah, that's my quarter, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, sounds good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the end of the year.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't either. Okay.
All right, let's pull up a random article.
Cool.
Hey, I got a question before we get to the article. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
And I've maybe posed this question before, but I don't think I have. Is that really George Takei's Facebook? I've never clicked on it to even see if it's like verified or whatever.
I never have either. I just see people post like.
But how awesome would it be if it just wasn't George Takei's Facebook?
That's really funny. George Takei has been dead for 5 years.
Yeah, or even if it's just like some fan, like George Takei fan club or something. But it's
I don't know. That's really funny. Yeah, because he's always posting stuff. That,
yeah, it's like yeah,
like science tips.
Yeah,
you know, like he's like
how to suck an egg through a bottle with a match.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, I guess George Takei.
Right. Or just like like meme, like quote unquote funny memes.
Yeah,
you know, much science. Wow, so Star Trek.
What this gorilla did for this adopted gay baby will make you restore your faith in zoos. Yeah, it's just like it's like all clickbait shit.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I mean, good for him.
I guess
if it's him,
good
for him.
Good for that person.
Okay. Or if it's like a different George Takei, like it's someone named George Takei, but just like George Takei from Arkansas.
I'm gonna milk this one. Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Solano Castle.
Okay. Is this in Cuba?
A fortress controlled by the state government, owned by the public, built 1766.
Okay.
It is a colonial castle built in the 18th century by the Spanish monarchy in Puerto Cabello, Venezuela. Located inside San Esteban National Park. The castle was built to protect the commercial complex of the city and the harbor. Harbour.
Okay.
Not in my Wikipedia. From naval attacks. Constructed circa 1766 by order of Don Jose Solano y Bote. It is the only colonial fortification to be built between 1763 and 1771. Okay. I mean,
that seems like a pretty standard amount of time for.
Well, and also like who cares? Like, oh, this is the only white T-shirt I bought between like 2004 and 2015. Okay,
yeah. How many forts was Venezuela building to like during that time period?
Well, Spain built it in Venezuela, so I feel like Spain was maybe building a lot of forts if they were colonizing.
By that point, Spain was done, dude. I mean, they discovered or when did they build Saint Augustine?
Castillo de San Marcos.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Like
actually.
the 1500s,
probably. Yeah,
so by 200 years later.
Okay, well, Venezuela, I guess.
Do we need another one? I mean, this makes number 15 in Venezuela. How big is Venezuela? Not big enough for 15 forts. There's forts on top of each other.
It's been the center of several notable events in Venezuelan history. Spanish commander Antonio Zauzola was hanged after a surprise attack by the forces of Rafael Urdaneta. Overthrew the realists, giving control of the fort to the surrealists.
Okay, well, they probably meant that's the people loyal to the throne. I imagine.
To the patriots. Pedro Carujo was imprisoned in the fort after attempting to kill Simón Bolívar.
I know him.
Me too. In 1828, he's a good dude. Probably not. In 1962, the castle was a stronghold. 1962. The castle was the stronghold of an uprising led by several commanders in the city. It was declared a national monument in 1965.
Do you think it was like a communist thing?
Probably.
That was like around the Che Guevara sort of time period, right?
Sure.
When he was making T-shirts.
In the time of the butterflies.
Yeah, and the butterfly in the bell jar.
The diving bell and the butterfly. The diving bell jar and the butterfly.
Sylvia Plath, right?
The diving bell and the butterfly is a dope movie.
That's the one where the guy wrote it with his feet because he couldn't move his
I
face.
think it was Blinks or something.
Okay. Am I thinking My Left Foot? With
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do. It was a movie that won an Oscar. What's that crazy guy? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Sure.
Am I right?
I don't know.
I'm like just straight up spitballing like 5 different things.
I mean, for all I know, it was Daniel Day-Lewis because he's an amazing actor.
He is,
and he could play. He becomes any role.
Yeah, that's true, and his roles become him.
Mm-hmm. He's probably like an insane person.
I think he must be, right.
Yeah,
like he has a wife, and his wife must be just like
miserable,
pulling her hair out. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like. You must only refer to me as Abraham Lincoln.
Right, for this whole like 2.5 years while I'm filming this freaking movie. And it's like, we're British. Can we not do this?
Daniel. Oh, Daniel, it's breakfast time.
Who is this Daniel? That was my Abraham Lincoln voice.
Daniel, I'm not doing this again. Just come down for breakfast.
Breakfast? You mean Breggies? That's my real Abraham Lincoln voice.
Makes no sense.
Breakfast.
Breggies. You mean Breggies? What? That's not even a British.
2 hams, $0.50 pence. What do they say for breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Tea time, right?
That's morning tea.
Right.
Afternoon tea. Tea time and night tea.
Night tea. Yeah. So what's I mean the Spanish. How many forts in Florida do the Spanish have?
I can think of 2.
I can think of 1.
All right.
That's
3.
What's the other one you can think of?
Fort Matanzas. It's a little
Fort Bananas.
Not manzanos, and that's apples.
I'm doing my best here.
I believe it's like murders or something.
Fort Murders.
Yeah, like
I believe you. That sounds real.
And then Castillo. It's a little south of Castillo de San Marco.
Okay.
And I believe you need to take a ferry to get out to it. I had some friends who went, and I think it's a free ferry operated by the National Parks Service.
And it's haunted. The ferry.
Oh, for sure.
The ferry's haunted.
The fort is not haunted at all.
Not
it's
at
a
all.
lovely picnic location, but the ferry is extremely haunted. It's actually the captain is a ghost.
Okay, cool. Yeah, right.
Well, the captain is just a skeleton with rags draped over it, like at the helm.
Yeah, for sure. And the crew is ghosts, and they're all like, hoisting ropes, and for sure. Singing ghostly pirate scary songs.
But the island and the fort
Beautiful.
are lovely.
One was soft sugar sand.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are the only 2 that I can think of, though.
Okay.
And then I feel like in Daytona, there's maybe some fort ruins.
Yeah. During Spanish Bike Week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Bicicleta Week.
Semana de Bicicleta.
Yeah. There you go.
Except probably
it wouldn't be motocicleta, maybe.
Sure.
Cool.
All right.
Well, I mean,
if you know how to hablar, Bike Week and Espanol, tweet us at Dilettante. I was gonna try and spell it in Spanish.
That's been amazing.
DELL. Nope. I spelled it wrong. DILETTANTEBALL. Hashtag. Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's how we'll figure it out.
I don't remember Spanish.
Oh, okay. At all.
I don't know what I was gonna say. De E L
Aya. Is that even
E? I'm getting confused with
because their vowels are the same vowels as us, just rotated.
Well, and also French.
Oh boy.
Because I
you know some French.
Yeah.
You're aware of some French.
I mean, I don't want to brag, but
well, you do though.
Ask me what any word is in French.
How do you say word?
Oh my God! How do I not know that? M-O-T.
M-O-T? M-O-T?
Yeah, like in the song Michelle by the Beatles. Sont les mots qui vont très bien ensemble. Très bien ensemble.
Trayvon Martin.
Yep.
Oh,
That's some Nostradamus
they
shit.
called that 40 years in advance. 50 years?
I
Who
don't know.
knows?
It's probably sad to be a Beatle now, huh? Because
Yeah,
you're
because
like,
you have a 50% chance of being dead.
yeah.
So that's not good.
Um,
How long till they all die off?
I mean,
I mean, Paul McCartney's going to be around forever, right?
I hope so.
I mean, he's probably going to be around for, like, making music probably for at least another 15 years.
I hope he's around long enough for him to not be popular anymore, so that tickets for his shows will be accessible to me. Because right now, whenever he comes, first of all, I fully plan on spending like $100
Sure.
to see him.
Sure.
But I can't even, because tickets are literally sold out before they go on sale. Because it's like, oh yeah, if you have American Express, you can do the pre-sale, and if
Sure.
you're
a Delta Sky Miles member,
Yeah.
you can, right.
So there's so much pre-sale shit.
So you as a paying customer,
I
can't
cannot even give Paul McCartney money to see him.
There are so many other people clamoring to give him money. You can't give him money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Johnny. We can't accept your money. We've already got too much money.
That's
That's what happens.
insane. Thank you.
The best you can do is when he's playing at Wrigley Field, you can just stand outside the gates and be like,
And cry.
yeah, I'd be like, Paul McCartney's at 200 feet away. I guess I can't talk to him.
Yeah.
But then you know what's gonna happen is you'll be sitting at McDonald's like hanging out like all dejected.
Milkshakes for everyone.
Breakfast for everyone.
Abe Lincoln? Oh, it's just Paul McCartney. If you could write a song in any language, what would it be?
Probably English.
Nice.
Just do what you know. You know.
Nice.
Write about what you know.
I just remembered this. Do you remember this crazy like racist like kind of fairy tale song thing? I only remember the bits and pieces, but it was about the Chinese kid who fell into the well, and he has like a crazy long name. It's like Ricky Tikki Tembo, no so Rimbo, whatever. And then
like,
it's the moral is like, now all Chinese people give their kids names like Chang and Lee's because they're short, so that if they fall into a well. Yeah. It's like the Just So stories, but for like Chinese people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is why a giraffe's neck is so long.
Do you call them Just So stories?
Isn't that
That's
what they're
funny
called?
because I call them Pourquoi tales.
Well, I believe I am referencing
A specific.
stories written by Rudyard Kipling.
Interesting.
Um,
But it's funny that I would refer to them by a French name and you'd refer to them by an English name.
what did you call them?
Pourquoi tales.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I learned them in like 4th grade.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we would do French every Wednesday.
Weird. We did Spanish in elementary school.
Makes more sense, doesn't it? Living in Florida.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we got to do Muzzy. Je suis le grand Muzzy. Fuck, these kids aren't French; they're American.
Yeah. So that's crazy. So
Yeah, I mean that's why we have the Grand Canyons because we had what's his name? I know his ox's name is Babe.
oh
Paul Bunyan.
yeah. Was he supposed to have chopped the?
Nah, he was just so tired after he did something or other.
Took a big old leak.
Well, not
Boosh.
no, he was coming back from somewhere, like
Oh, and just, like,
racing
passed
John Henry
out?
or something, and he was just dragging his axe behind him because he was so dog tired.
Racing John Henry? Were they?
No, I made that part
that'd be
up,
crazy.
but yeah,
And like who's the guy who they made a movie about this?
Pecos Bill,
Tall Tale.
Tales. Yeah, right. Pecos Bill, he could
Rode hurricanes or whatever,
Yeah,
or like tornadoes.
Yeah, Dirt Devil, like yeah.
Dirt Devil, like
I don't know.
vacuums. He rode vacuums. That's.
Calamity Jane was the name of his girl,
I wish.
which is a cool ass name.
Hell yeah, it is. I wish. Man, I'm gonna name my daughter Calamity Jane.
That's like
that's fucking cool.
That's got to be like a Riot Girl band, right?
Oh.
Calamity Jane, that sounds fucking cool.
And then there's like a ska band called Calamity Jake. I wish that we still had like stories like that, like crazy,
Yeah.
like fables.
Well, I mean,
We know too much now, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
well, this,
do you
this
think
is
do you think like Native Americans still tell like stories and they're like, yeah, that's why the wolf cries to the moon. You know,
they
like
can't.
it's turtles all the way down.
I mean,
There's
there
no
must
way.
there must be some people that still do, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Part of me wants to believe that Pecos Bill used a rattlesnake as a whip, a lasso, and
That's crazy.
caught the tornado by it's whatever the fuck, like the craziest stories ever.
Why was that like what people were like? Yeah, this Yeah. I mean,
there probably was.
people can't do it now anymore. but this
100
guy
years ago,
yeah,
though?
for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
When the telephone was invented, this guy could still do it. Yeah. I don't think so, dude.
How come? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think there were like just dudes out west who were just like bad dudes?
Hell
people,
yeah.
Like, told, great. Hey, I heard,
That's probably how it started.
yeah,
Actually, it's
I heard
like
he could. Yeah, well, last, whatever the hell.
yeah.
That's cool as hell, man.
What's the reason why people in the Bible live to be so fucking old?
Because it's fake.
Well, I mean, yeah, but what's like the reason?
I don't know if there is a reason.
The scholarly reason.
I don't know if there is a reason. I'm sure there must be. It couldn't just be out of nowhere.
Sure.
The reason they don't anymore is probably because God cursed us or something. For
That
whatever.
sucks, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should have thought about it before.
I got a lot of movies to watch.
Yeah, I
and,
hear that, dude.
I could use the extra 300 years.
My Netflix is piling up. I'm not even joking. Like every day, I'm like, how am I gonna do this?
I don't know.
And like half my Netflix is TV shows, so each one is like 5 seasons and 20 episodes each.
Mhm.
So like, who even knows?
The devil's greatest trick was Netflix.
Straight up, just Netflix.
What's your favorite like fable, if you or fairy tale and anything?
I
like
read
that?
I read this book called American Gods American Gods.
Sure.
By Neil Gaiman.
Sure.
And it basically just has like a bunch of those sort of fable characters, but from different parts of the world. So like
Just all chilling out.
yeah, basically. Yeah. Do you remember Anansi, the spider, the trickster spider?
No.
You might if you heard some of his tales, but basically he's like the Loki of like Africa.
Aragog?
No, a different spider.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like a trickster god, but he's like a spider.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's really cool, yeah. But he's in the book, and he's like one of the main dudes. Pretty cool.
I bet he does a lot of like, oh hey, what's that? And he'll point his big hairy spider leg at someone's shirt.
Yeah.
And then they look down and he flicks their nose.
Right, and then he devours them whole and injects them with poison. Oh, you trickster god! Oh, you got me. Do you have one? I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I really liked Paul Bunyan. Like everything that he did, I was like, yeah, this guy.
Paul Bunyan's cool as hell.
I feel like there was like a whole story I read where it was just him chopping down like the whole forest of the like in like the Great Plains, which is why there's no trees there anymore.
Yeah, what
and then
an
he
asshole.
Well, yeah, and then he like ate like 1 million pancakes.
Yeah.
You're right. Like part of the tale was him eating pancakes.
He's tired. He's a hungry man.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like Johnny Appleseed.
That's a great one.
And not because my name is Daniel Appleseed.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. That's just like I don't know. It's just neat.
Yeah,
Like
it is neat.
just this dude who's planting apple trees because he's just a good dude.
Yeah, I was like
Planting all the trees that Paul Bunyan fucking cut down.
yeah, I
Thanks
guess.
a lot, asshole.
And I feel like they were fairly like of the same time period.
Sure.
You know what's interesting is people like Daniel Boone, or what's the other fellow I'm thinking of? There's another guy that's like a similar kind of guy.
Davy Crockett.
Yeah, those were like real dudes.
Was Davy Crockett a real dude?
Maybe that's where I get confused because Daniel Boone he was in the Alamo,
Sure.
but Davy Crockett maybe wasn't.
I feel like Davy Crockett was like a TV show.
Okay, so I'm losing. So that's
but it could be based on a real thing. Who
but
knows?
that's what I love, dude. Is like I
Who
don't know.
knows?
It's like going in and out. It's all fuzzy, right? Maybe Pecos Bill was real. John Henry could have been real, but he didn't.
He did something with railroads. He built a railroad so fast that it was like on fire or something crazy, right?
He probably did that.
Like the tracks got red hot and like, right? Isn't that something?
I don't know.
Didn't he?
He probably did do that, but yeah, his big claim to fame, his big claim to fake fame, was he was like the fastest railroad builder ever, and some speculator came by and was like, "Oh, you think you're so fast? Well, I got this brand new machine," and Johnny was
That's
like,
it.
"Machine, fuck that. Let's
This
go."
is America.
Yes, straight up, dude.
Fuck, that's awesome.
And then they got to a mountain, and he put the machine on one side and John Henry on the other side, and they're like, whoever can dig through most of this mountain wins. And then erased a machine and won.
Hell yeah.
And then died. He collapsed because of the exertion.
That's
like the best. That's like the best American tale ever.
No,
Work hard until you die.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, until the moment, die because you worked so hard.
Yeah, and then
for your country.
And then guess what? And the investor goes, "Well, I guess he was right all along, but I get this whole mountain dug for free because it's stupid,
Damn it!
So who wins at the end? Capitalists.
All I want is to.
Also, he was black, which makes the story even more like,
ugh.
yeah.
I mean, not
but no,
but it's
of
like,
course, like that's one more layer.
Yeah.
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 Like, hey, look at all these great white folk heroes. Do we have any black ones? Yeah, this
he,
guy.
He died.
He was such a good worker, he died. He worked for free and then he died.
God damn it! And then a white man took advantage of him.
Yeah.
I bet the dude with the machine like knew all along. He's like, yeah, I know you can beat me.
Yeah.
And you're cheaper. You're gonna do it for free, and I don't have to pay for coal for this machine or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You know that man's name? Ulysses S. Grant. Smell you later.
All right, now get gross, baby doll.
This has been a Peaches and Hot Sauce presentation.
Peaches. Hot sauce. 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 Your peaches.